This is the first in a series of PowerPoints relating to your Faith Learning Integration project. This specific presentation deals with the required elements that you will need to submit both in your first submission and in your final submission. You will need to include a title page in both submissions of the paper, and you are to use Times New Roman 12-point font. The title page must include the title of the project, your name, your instructor's name, and the course designation and title. So for Christian Worldview, that's going to be CMS 310 Christian Worldview. The body of your project, which is to be 10 pages in your final submission, is to have 5 sections: Introduction, Cosgrove Models, Faculty Interview, Major Area of Study, and Concluding Thoughts. In the introduction, you are to give your spiritual background, whatever that background is, and your reason for choosing the University of Mobile. In the section dealing with Cosgrove, you are to identify which of the 4 Cosgrove models best illustrates your faith learning integration style and why, and what additional research you have done on faith learning integration since you read Cosgrove. From your faculty interview, identify who the professor was, what the model of integration he or she identified, and then a follow-up on the resources that you have discovered from this professor that have helped you in integrating faith and learning. In your major area of study, you are to survey how different worldviews approach your discipline, your major, and how the University of Mobile integrates faith and learning in the classroom. And then finally, your concluding thoughts, tying all the pieces together. This is the body of the text for your faith learning integration project. In order to have consistency with citations, we are asking students to cite their sources in footnotes on the page that they're given, not at the end of the project. Those would be end notes. So footnotes at the bottom of the page in which you cite a source, whether a direct quote or an indirect quote, and make sure that the footnotes are the same size font as the body of the text. There are a few other notes that you are to pay attention to on this slide. Make sure that regarding the selected bibliography, which is also included in your paper, that you cite all sources that are mentioned within the paper, and that you list your cited sources in alphabetical order with the last name first for the authors. If there is no author given, then you may list it by the title of the book. But again, all of these must be in alphabetical order. Again, for the sake of consistency, we would like for page numbers and spacing to be consistent throughout. For page numbers, we want all page numbers to be listed on the top right. That does not include the title page. And then regarding spacing, double space between lines and between paragraphs, triple space between paragraphs and headings. So if you break it into 5 headings, then there will be triple spaces between the paragraph and the heading and then the next paragraph.